all right. How's everybody doing? Make some noise for this great event out there. Make some noise. I first want to say this is beautiful. I want to say thanks to all of the great people that have come to support the projects here today. Give them a round of applause. Give everyone here a round of applause. My name is Jamal Green. I'm an activist here in Chicago. And these are issues that, we hit the ground about. One thing I want to say before I got to get out of here is that it's a problem when the city is broke on purpose and there are 18,000 homeless youth in the city. It's a problem when CHA has a $394 million surplus, but we have 18,000 homeless youth in the city. That is wrong, and this city of Chicago has to get their priorities in order. That is what needs to happen. So whether we have to hit the ground running, whether we have to protest, whether we have to remove people out of office, the next 2 years is very important, Chicago, that we get involved in the politics that's going on in this city and state. It is very important that we talk about these issues. We talk about the economics. We talk about public safety. We talk about the police culture. We talk about these issues and hold our politicians accountable. All right? Can I get everybody involved with that? This city is broke on purpose. Everybody should have a level playing field in this city. Youth should have every opportunity to have somewhere to grow up, to have a great school in their community, have a great mental health center. Plenty of issues we could talk about all day. But I just want to say, I need you guys to get involved. Don't leave it up to the activists. Don't leave it up to the politicians. Don't leave it up to the people that you call leaders. Become a leader in your community. Get your family involved. Get your community involved. These issues are important for our youth, for our young people, for our 13-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 11-year-olds, 9-year-olds. We have to give them the tools they need to be successful. Right now, we're opening up a youth center on the South Side for you. So I want to partner with this great organization so we can figure out how we can talk about these problems and address these issues. Our youth are the future. Let's start giving them the opportunities and tools that they need to be successful. That's why I'm here. I'm 21 years old, and I've been in the community since I was 15 years old. And I'm grabbing more 15-year-old men and women and getting them in the community. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And I love this great program that I'll be giving my time to. Let's do it.
This one? I just want you to know that as a Muslim, I feel very excited to be up here. There is great power in the pulpit. How y'all doing? All right, I want Jamal to stay the whole time. I also want to say, Jamal, thank you for being 21. I am also 21. At least I can play 21. No, I can't. I know, we don't. His beautiful skin and mine do not match. But how so great to be here. Thank you, Jamal, for your words. And also thank you to Chelsea Corin, our wonderful, wonderful organist. Give it up for Chelsea. My mom made me take piano lessons, but never something as beautiful as that came out of my little fingers. She's a fourth-year anthropology major in the college at the University of Chicago, and she's been playing pipe organ for 4 years. And she's the organist at the St. Simon's Episcopal Church in Arlington Heights. So thank you so much. Keep doing what you're doing. Also, we're so happy, a couple thank yous. Eric, our Sosa and Jashawn, I don't know where y'all are, but they donated their artwork that's for sale this evening, and 100% of the sales will be split among all 13 agencies tonight. So that you can clap it up for that. That is a very good thing. And also thank you to The Remedy for your wonderful music during the opening tonight. One more time, yeah. And now, I told you my name, but you're like, who is that weird little brown girl who looks like Eric Estrada up at the pulpit? My name is Fazia Mirza, and I'm an actor in town, and I write and I create work that my mission as an artist is about dispelling stereotypes across race, gender, sexual orientation, class, religion, and about anything else you can think of. I'm like, shh, let's break that. So that is what I do. And also, I want you to know that why am I here? Well, obviously, I care deeply about youth homelessness. I also do everything Tracy Baim tells me to. It is not... saying yes to Tracy Baim has not, I mean, I am in the house of God. I think I'm doing something right. So, thank you, Tracy, for having me here yet again. I also want to thank all of you. You know, I know it's Friday night. Some people want to be at home watching Netflix, chilling a little bit. Clearly, you know what I'm talking about. You had to be pulled away. Get a little takeout. It's one of those weird little chilly nights, a little damp, and you're like, I don't even want to put clothes on. So thank you for being here. It's really, really important. And honestly, we are all here for the same cause, and that's because we're raising money for the issue of youth homelessness. And, this is an issue that faces tens of thousands of youth every single night of every single day of the year. So that's why we're here. So thank you for being here. And we're gonna raise money throughout the night. This is a 3-hour tour, y'all. We're here. And we're gonna do a lot of things. We're gonna have some speakers, we're gonna have some music, we're gonna have some poetry. I will not be doing anything about any of those topics. You're welcome. But what I will be doing is I'm blessed to get to announce all these wonderful, wonderful, talented, strong, epic human beings tonight. And I'm going to announce one of them right now. You may have already noticed our very special guest. We got Cook County State's Attorney Kim Foxx in the house. You can give it up. You can give it up. And the thing is, we're really happy that she came back. Because last year, and I was there for like 30 minutes last year, because last year the MCs could only stand outside for 30 minutes at a time, because otherwise we would have died of hypothermia. There was a blizzard. Who was here? Who was there last year? Raise your hands. Okay, all right. So we all survived. But it was cold. But we're very happy that Kim said, you know what? I'm happy to sleep in. Maybe not sleep out. I will sleep in. So thank you. Give it up for Kim Foxx.
Good evening. How many were out there last year? Yeah, it was horrible. And not horrible, the weather was horrible, but the spirit was great. And I was a candidate last year and early in the campaign season talking about why this race was so important, and to come back as the state's attorney and to reaffirm why not only is that office important, but the work that we do around youth homelessness is important. I talked on the campaign trail about my own stint having been homeless as a 16-year-old and what it meant for me and my mother for the 6 months that we had no place to call our own. And that struggle for my mother, who suffered from mental health challenges, who suffered from bipolar disorder that we didn't really talk about back then, I see in my everyday work now. That when we talk about what's happening with youth homelessness, we also have to talk about the constellation of issues that we've seen that leads to the criminalization of the homeless. And we have to call it out. Because inevitably, when we don't know what to do with those who are out there, and we try to figure out ways to make it seem like our community safer or cleaner or better off without seeing the problems that face us, our criminal justice system becomes involved as though somehow we magically know how to deal with these issues. And the sad reality is that we don't. And so the best way for us to deal with it is to tackle them head on, to talk about the fact that we have a problem here in Chicago and across the country with youth homelessness. We have a problem in Chicago and Cook County and across this country with dealing with folks and the challenges that they have, whether it's being poor, whether it's coming from a community in which they've been rejected, whether it's structural or systemic racism, whether it's homophobia, Islamophobia, whether it's this new culture that we see at the top of our federal government who wishes to exclude others, whether it's bad policies that don't allow us to use the bathrooms that we should be allowed to use. Those things matter. And when we don't confront them on the front end, it's how in the criminal justice system we can see that we had 2 trans youth who were killed in the last 6 months and not talk about what that means for the community, because they belong to all of us. And so it's really important to me to come back in warm conditions like this with a roof. As your state's attorney, as someone who has been homeless, as someone who has dealt with the challenges that come along with that, to reaffirm my commitment to all of you to talk about the difficult conversations that we have to talk about outside of our criminal justice system, to be a fighter and an advocate and an ally for all of the fabric of our county. That this is not an issue that is just black or white or gay or straight, that this, what happens to when we exile people who we say don't belong, means that eventually they will come for all of us. When we allow our systems to be exploited to discriminate against those who we believe can't fight for themselves because they are poor or disenfranchised, means that they come for all of us. I like to tell people that this notion that it's an us versus them, I was a them, I'm now an us, and we have to work together to fight for all of these issues. One of the things that we took on in my infancy in this position, I've only had the job since December 1st. I feel like I've aged about 7 years in 10 weeks, was looking at who's in our jails and why are they there, and confronting the sad reality that we have a significant number of people in our jails because they have nowhere else to go. That we have policies, as I said, we rolled back our retail theft policy because we saw that so many people were being charged with felonies for retail theft because they were trying to steal for their basic needs. That we had so many young people who were being dinged with felony convictions that will follow them for the rest of their lives because they were trying to survive. Tough conversations about the intersection of poverty and race and class in our criminal justice system. We have to have those conversations, and we have to make sure that our policies are reflective of our values. So me being here tonight is a reflection of my values as a daughter of the city, as someone who has survived remarkable challenges, not because of my own fortitude, but because of communities who took a poor black girl from Cabrini who suffered through homeless and saw the potential in me, who believed that I was valuable and not worth throwing away, that one day I could be the first African American woman to serve as Cook County State's Attorney, because there's potential in all of us. And if we leave any behind, if we leave anyone behind because we deem that they are not good enough, we all suffer. And so to all of you who are spending the night, who are advocating on behalf of these organizations that fight for our very fabric, who fight for the least among us, keep strong, keep fighting, keep pushing, resist, persist, persist. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kim Fox. That was so, so lovely and really powerful words. And what a way to kick this off. All right, how are we feeling? I want to acknowledge a wonderful human who's actually is walking away as I'm acknowledging her, Mona Noriega. All right, she's doing something magical. I don't know. She's a unicorn. It's fine. I just wanted to acknowledge that Mona Noriega will be back here. She's on the city's, sort of the head of the Commission for Human Relations here in the city of Chicago. So we're grateful that she is here representing the commission. I'm also a little biased. My girlfriend is also on the commission. So it is the best commission in the city. No. You can whoop for that. You can whoop for that. Next, we have wonderful Pastor David Neff. He's our host tonight at the beautiful Second Presbyterian Church.
My name is David Neff. I'm the pastor here. Welcome to this holy place. In 1842, this congregation broke away from First Presbyterian Church and formed itself and met for a while in a saloon before our ancestors could build our first church building, a second building. Then this present church was built in 1871. This year we are celebrating our 175th year as a congregation. And this church is known as the Church of Angels. And if you come back during the day, you can see 175 angels in this sanctuary through the brilliant light of the stained glass windows, the murals, and wood carvings. This is the only church in Chicago that is a National Historic Landmark. We are open 7 days a week. 4 days a week we serve lunches to those who are hungry. 3 days a week we offer tours, we offer tutoring. We're known for our organ and choral music here in the church, and we're proud to offer our sanctuary and pastoral staff to celebrate same-gender weddings. So the most beautiful thing about this church is the spiritual beauty of the people. We're a diverse and multicultural congregation. I hear so many stories of people who have been mistreated and judged by religious folk, many who have been traumatized and terrorized by narrow and cruel and mean-spirited religion. We're not like that here at Second Presbyterian Church. We believe in a God who is extravagant in God's love for creation. We believe in the same things that you believe in, and we stand for the same values that you stand for: justice and compassion and peace and unity among all people. So here in this community of faith, you'll find warmth and acceptance. You'll find welcome and a spiritual home. Everyone has a place here at Second. Everyone is valued with dignity and holiness. Every person treated fully and completely in the way that they deserve. And so we're glad to be your host tonight for this incredible event. And we invite you to come in out of the cold, not just tonight, but again to experience the warmth of spiritual friendship and the bonds of love in this amazing community of faith. So welcome.
That was so beautiful, and I am looking for all the angels. I'm searching for them. Also, I want you to know the pastor whispered to me as I walked by and said that he was very happy to have me in the pulpit. So, don't get jealous. And also I want to thank everyone, obviously Pastor David Neff, but also all the volunteers who made this possible, including Rowena, for all of their help to make this happen tonight. So we've talked a lot about there's these 13 agencies that are going to benefit from the funds that are raised tonight. So, some of you may know who those agencies are, but let's list all of them so there is no question about who they are. So this year's partner agencies are the 750 Club Apartment Adoption Project, AIDS Foundation of Chicago, Broadway Youth Center of Howard Brown Health. All right, clap it up. There you are. Center on Halsted, the Chicago... I see you. The Chicago Youth Storage Initiative, Rescate, La Casa Norte, LYTE Collective, New Moms, the Night Ministry, Pride Action Tank. All right. Teen Living Programs. All right, front row. Woo! And Unity Parenting. Not to be outdone is Unity Parenting. And the event is hosted by a lot of great organizations: Pride Action Tank, AIDS Foundation of Chicago, Edelman, Agency EA, Windy City Times newspaper, the Second Presbyterian Church, and the additional sponsors who've provided food and beverages tonight: Polo Cafe and Catering of Bridgeport, and Big Shoulders Coffee. So let's give it up for all the agencies and all the people who are hosting tonight.